Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was the report titled Survival of the Richest was recently released by which of the following? Oxfam, Niti Aayog, Association for Democratic Reforms or Amnesty International. The correct answer is option A, Oxfam. Recently, the Survival of the Richest report was released by Oxfam. The report said that if India's billionaires are taxed once at 2% on their entire wealth, then it would support the requirement for the nutrition of malnourished in the country for the next 3 years. The report Survival of the Richest, the India story, also says that between 2012 and 2021, 40% of the wealth created in India has gone to just 1% of the population, and only a mere 3% of the wealth has gone to the bottom 50%, adding that the total number of billionaires in India increased from 102 in 2020 to 166 billionaires in 2022. Hence, option A is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, in the context of global biodiversity, which of the following is the largest sea turtle species? Olive ridley turtle, leatherback sea turtle, loggerhead sea turtle or Kemp's ridley sea turtle? The correct answer is option B, leatherback sea turtle. Thermal footage captured by marine conservation officials showed a leatherback sea turtle laying eggs on a seashore in Thailand recently. Leatherback turtles are named for their shell, which is leather-like rather than hard like other turtles. They are the largest sea turtle species and one of the most migratory, crossing the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Hence, option B is correct. Globally, leatherback status according to IUCN is listed as vulnerable, but many subpopulations, such as in the Pacific and Southwest Atlantic, are critically endangered. Their length is around 55 to 63 inches. They weigh around 600 to 1500 pounds. Next question is, with reference to the Indian environment, Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary was in the news recently. It is situated in which of the following Indian states? Bihar, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan? The correct answer is option A, Bihar. In an attempt to make Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary or KWLS tiger friendly, the Bihar government has decided to conduct an animal census there recently. KWLS is the largest wildlife sanctuary in Bihar. Hence, option A is correct. KWLS, with an area of 1504.96 square kilometers, houses sizable populations of leopard, sloth bear, cheetal, sambar, wild pig, nilgai, chowsingha, that is four-horned antelope. In the valley portions, there are several waterfalls like Karkat Waterfall and Telhar. There are several lakes including Anupam Lake. It is connected with the Chandraprabha Wildlife Sanctuary of UP, which again has links with the Sanjay Dubri Tiger Reserve and the Panna landscape in Madhya Pradesh. Tigers were present in KWLS till the mid-1990s as evident from Forest Department records. Due to a lack of adequate protection and human-induced disturbances, the prime habitats of the sanctuary got fragmented, resulting in the local extinction of tigers. Next question is, Phase 3 program of Sagar Parikrama is being organized in the state of Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Kerala or Maharashtra? The correct answer is option D, Maharashtra. Recently, the Department of Fisheries conducted a planning meeting for Sagar Parikrama Phase 3. The Department of Fisheries has launched the Sagar Parikrama program on the occasion of the 75th Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Sagar Parikrama program is being organized through a pre-decided sea route covering coastal states and union territories. The Phase 1 program of Sagar Parikrama has been organized in Gujarat, while the Phase 3 program is being organized in the state of Maharashtra. Hence, option D is correct. Sagar Parikrama aims to facilitate interaction with fishermen, coastal communities and stakeholders, demonstrate solidarity with all fisher folk, fish farmers and concerned stakeholders as a spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, promote responsible fisheries with a focus on sustainable balance and protection of marine ecosystems. Next question is, in the context of the government's policies and interventions, the technology for air quality monitoring system is related which of the following ministries? Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Ministry of Electronics and IT or Ministry of Science and Technology? The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Electronics and IT. The Secretary MeitY has launched the technology for air quality monitoring system, that is AI AQMS V 1.0, developed under MeitY supported projects. Hence, option C is correct. The Center for Development of Advanced Computing, Kolkata, with TechSmin ISM Dhanbad under the National Program on Electronics and ICT Applications in Agriculture and Environment, has developed an outdoor air quality monitoring station. It monitors environmental pollutants, which include parameters like PM1, PM2.5, PM10, SO2, NO2, CO, O2, ambient temperature, relative humidity, etc., for continuous air quality analysis of the environment. Next question is, in the context of medieval history of India, the Purana Killa or Sher Garh is located in which of the following places of India? Hyderabad, New Delhi, Jaipur or Aurangabad? The correct answer is option B, New Delhi. The Archaeological Survey of India or ASI is all set to begin excavation at Delhi's Purana Killa again. Purana Killa, the 16th century fort, was built by Sher Shah Suri and the second Mughal emperor Humayun. Earlier excavations point to traces from the 3rd century BC, the pre-Mauryan period. The fort was the inner citadel of the city of Deen Panaha during Humayun's rule, who renovated it in 1533 and completed it 5 years later. The founder of the Suri dynasty, Sher Shah Suri, defeated Humayun in 1540, naming the fort Sher Garh. He added several more structures to the complex during his 5-year reign. Purana Killa and its environs flourished as the 6th city of Delhi. Hence, option B is correct. Next question is, Jakarlung and Pasamlung valleys was recently in news. Are associated with which of the following countries? India, Nepal, Bhutan or Myanmar? The correct answer is option C, Bhutan. Recently, an expert group meeting was held between Bhutan and China in the southwestern Chinese city of Kunming. It focused broadly on 2 areas of dispute: Doklam and areas along the western borders of Bhutan and near the India-China-Bhutan tri-junction, and the Jakarlung and Pasamlung valleys along Bhutan's northern borders. The Jakarlung and Pasamlung valleys along Bhutan's northern borders with Tibet measure 495 square kilometers. Bhutan and China in October 2021 signed an agreement on a 3-step roadmap for expediting the Bhutan-China boundary negotiations. So far, 11 expert group meetings and 24 rounds of talks have been held since the process began in 1984. Hence, option C is correct. Doklam is an area spread over less than 100 square kilometers, comprising a plateau and a valley at the tri-junction between India, Bhutan and China. It is surrounded by the Chumbi Valley of Tibet, Bhutan's Ha Valley and Sikkim. Doklam is strategically located close to the Siliguri corridor, which connects mainland India with its northeastern region. The corridor, also called Chicken's Neck, is a vulnerable point for India. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding World Spice Congress 2023, that is WSC. 1. It is going to be held in Delhi. 2. It functions under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. The 14th edition of the World Spice Congress or WSC is going to be held in Mumbai from 16 to 18 February 2023. It will be organized under the leadership of Spices Board, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. Hence, statement 1 is not correct, while statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is correct. The WSC will open new opportunities to promote international trade of Indian spices with G20 countries. India is known as the spice bowl of the world. It produces a number of quality, rare and medicinal spices. It will provide newer opportunities to promote international trade of Indian spices. The theme of the WSC 2023 is Vision 2030 Spices. That means sustainability, productivity, innovation, collaboration, excellence and safety. Next question is, recently the Energy Technology Perspectives 2023 report was released by which of the following? International Atomic Energy Agency, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or United Nations Industrial Development Organization? The correct answer is option A, International Energy Agency. The Energy Technology Perspectives 2023 report was released by the International Energy Agency or IEA recently. It explores critical questions around clean energy and technology supply chains. Where are the key bottlenecks to sustainably scale up those supply chains at the pace needed? How might governments shape their industrial policy in response to new energy security concerns for clean energy transitions? Which clean technology areas are at greatest risk of failing to develop secure and resilient supply chains? And what can governments do to mitigate such risk while meeting broader development goals? Therefore, option A is correct. The IEA was created in 1974 to help coordinate a collective response to major disruptions in the supply of oil. It provides solutions to help countries provide secure and sustainable energy for all. The IEA is made up of 31 member countries. India is an associate member and its headquarters is based in Paris, France. Next question is with reference to Startup India initiative. Consider the following statements. 1. It was launched on 16th January 2016. 2. India is the third largest ecosystem in the world with 107 unicorns. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the National Startup Day was celebrated on 16th January 2023. On this day, Startup India initiative was launched in 2016. The third edition of the National Startup Awards, National Startup Awards 2022, was also organized. The first ever National Startup Awards or NSA were concluded in October 2020. It aims to recognize and reward outstanding startups and ecosystem enablers that are building innovative products or solutions and scalable enterprises. It also creates huge potential for employment generation or wealth creation, demonstrating measurable social impact. Hence, statement 1 is correct. India is the third largest ecosystem in the world with 107 unicorns. In India, startups increased from 471 in 2016 to 84,012 in 2022. With over 100 unicorns, the Indian startup ecosystem is expanding. In the venture capital industry, the term unicorn refers to any startup that reaches the valuation of $1 billion. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is correct. The last question is, which of the following African countries do not share boundaries with the Red Sea? Egypt, Libya, Eritrea, or Sudan? The correct answer is option B, Libya. Recently, Egypt's ambassador to India said that security of the Suez Canal and the Red Sea is very important. He said that the security of the Indian Ocean starts from the Red Sea. Red Sea also connects to the Mediterranean Sea via the Suez Canal. The Red Sea contains some of the world's hottest and saltiest seawater. At its northern end, the Red Sea splits into two parts, the Gulf of Suez to the northwest and the Gulf of Aqaba to the northeast. It separates the coast of Egypt, Sudan and Eritrea to the west from those of Saudi Arabia and Yemen to the east. Therefore, option B is correct. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will be the chief guest at Republic Day celebrations on 26 January 2023. Both the countries have completed 75 years of diplomatic relations. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following pairs. Venus Mission and Space Agency. 1. Shukryan-1 ISRO. 2. Veritas JAXA. 3. Envision Korea Aerospace Research Institute. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? None of the above, only one pair, only two pairs, or all the three pairs? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.